Welcome guys to another EGCTV, the Elite Classic matchup. We got the best of the best here. We got IAmMagic playing as the Chinese in the color pink, against Louie playing as Jeanne in the color blue. Welcome everybody. If you're enjoying those, don't forget to give a like, subscribe. Let's get into it. This is Dry Arabia, a map that usually, by the way it's made, it doesn't favor China. I will say this matchup is more favored for Jeanne just because it's a very open map and China needs to play very defensively at the beginning. And when you have Jeanne, you don't really want to fight too much. You want to go castle, you want to get those crossbows to be safe. And then, if Jeanne gets to level 3, you can just, use the crossbows to kill her. But it's really hard to deal with her, especially as the Chinese, because you don't have access to units that are good against armor units. Now you could potentially go for a masked Truganu if you want, and I think that could work. But I don't think masked Truganu is really the answer when it comes to taking down Jeanne in level 3. And even when you have like 50 Truganus, it's just gonna take so long to kill her. It's just not gonna work. So I believe IAmMagic just needs to avoid fights here. Needs to avoid as many fights as possible, just so that he can, get safe to Castle Age and don't die trying. And look at that, Louis actually with the scouting route went directly to his opponent's base. It's like, hey, looking for your ship, and looks like Magic lost the ship on the back, probably. Oh my god, I hate to see that, but it's not bad. Still have some sheep here, so, and Magic should have some sheep around here. Yeah, it's they're gone, guys. Anyway, it's a little bit of a tricky question, because you want, as a Chinese, you want to get the Song Dynasty, because that's where you get the advantage, you get the villager count. Don't necessarily go for a second TC, that will be maybe too greedy. Although that will be great if you manage to pull that off. But if you, you need to avoid fighting as much as possible and go castle. And I think Louis will put a lot of pressure on IAmMagic. And it's just gonna be a really tough matchup. That's my take on it. Already having Imperial Academy with 4 villagers, actually, that's really unusual. Usually you edge up with only 1 villager because you're not in a rush. You're gonna get that Song Dynasty. Probably put a Barbican here to protect the gold, or the woodline can be easily protected. Wall here, Barbican here. There you go. You only have this area. So can potentially wall this off like this, It's gonna be a really nice wall for you. Have a lot of resources inside. IAmMagic already on H2. Gonna get that Imperial official very early on. He's gonna scout his opponent. Let's take a look at what he sees. Sees nothing. I mean, of course he's gonna go for the School of Cavalry, right? Although the trade post in this map is actually very juicy. I would love to see a French Chamber of Commerce. Now IAmMagic probably getting that gold, that food to get that Song Dynasty. You really need that Barbican. That's nice if you have the Imperial Academy, but you need that Barbican when you want to fight against Jeanne, just to be safer, It's like having a little keep there. You can always garrison, you can have kind of sleeping placements. It's just such a nice landmark. But potentially you wanted the food too, but the food is in the back, so let's see. There you go, Barbican in the front, just where I told you it was gonna be. This place is already very easy to wall, so that makes sense for IAmMagic to actually go for the Barbican here. Aging up with 4 villagers. Meanwhile, Louis getting strong, actually. Getting the first knight on the field. getting wheelbarrow and stone. Looks like he's gonna be a little bit scared of that Song dynasty of the Chinese that enables them to produce villagers every 15 seconds instead of 20. So it's such a huge boost. And you know, by you going a second town center, you're pretty much denying that, right? Like, okay, you go Song dynasty, no worries. I also go second town center. And I believe Magic knows about this. I mean, we don't have information, like, but most likely he knows. Let's take a look at Louis' vision. Knight, already on a quest. It's gonna fight the big Barbican here in your face. It's gonna get a reminder that it should not come from here. There you go. Such a 22 damage to the knight. So such a nice landmark, especially in this situation. And I feel Louis knows about this. He knows, like, hey, you know, Barbican just gonna make things a little bit harder for me. I'm just gonna go for a second town center myself. I'm gonna put it on the deer. The deer is in the front. Potentially you can get this one, but it's not a bad spot. Actually protects the stone. Still gathering some stone. I don't know why. Is he going for a third town center here? And we see Magic already opening up with the stable. It's gonna be Horseman, gonna be the unit of his choice. And Louis is actually choosing to go for Jeanne d'Arc the Hunter. Gotta be careful not to lose against that boar. There you go. Boar went down. Now with the Hunter, like, it's not as strong in defense compared to, you know, the warrior, but you can snipe some villagers. You can have the Divine Arrow, because that's the name, yeah, Divine Arrow, and you can do 40 damage. So basically you do 2 shots, and then use the Divine Arrow, and you can take down a villager. So just, you know, try to be annoying as much as you can. Now Louis gonna be around his opponent's base. And the good thing about Jeanne d'Arc is just gonna kill herself. Now barracks are already going up for Louis. They're gonna be built really fast. No, those Chinese really build fast. A couple of spearmen are already there. Cancels one, puts an upgrades. And a third town center out there for Louis. It's gonna be a 3 TC play instead of, you know, going all aggro. It's a really interesting choice. I guess we're gonna see a long game here. Grab your popcorn, grab you know, your soda, whatever is it that you like, your water. And because these guys are not meant to fight in Feudal. If you have seen the last match between those two, had a really intense Feudal fight between those two. This one is quite different. It is quite different. Now 2 TC with Song Dynasty is actually gonna do really well against 3 TCs. So I think they're pretty much equal. Like every how many seconds? I'm not doing the math now. I'm really bad at math. The worst thing is that I'm an engineer. That's the saddest part. The wall is gonna get built here just to be safe. Now bot players are playing a very defensive game. Let's go back to income per minute just to check where these guys stand to each other. Place a little door here. You always want a door there. And potentially this horseman can take down the hunter. Never mind, the knight already arrived. Gonna attack the horseman, unfortunately. Doing a lot of damage, but managed to take down Jeanne d'Arc. Who would have guessed it? Alive for another one. Very well played there by IAmMagic. Take a look at Louis' base. We put an archery range here, a blacksmith. This was basically a free kill coming from IAmMagic. And I feel like the longer the game goes, the better it is for IAmMagic because, you know, he's Chinese, obviously his economy should be better. And as long as you don't find Jeanne d'Arc, I think you're in a really good spot. Because what you don't want is to actually fight Jeanne d'Arc, the Feudal Age, just because eventually you will also lose some units, even if you win some fights. And eventually Jeanne d'Arc will be able to age up. And if you are not in Castle Age, that's gonna be a problem. Here we go, Imperial examinations are right there for IAmMagic. Looks like he already have 4 Imperial officials. Now Louis gathering a lot of gold. Getting those knights out. Walls starting to go up for bot players. IAmMagic with a very safe spot here. Actually has half the board here. I know he just need to play defensively. He's in a really good spot. Has a lot of resources in his base for the time being. And you know, Louis cannot really go and push, so most likely I think he will go Castle Age now. It's really hard to push into the Chinese base just like that. He's gonna be okay when it comes to the villager count. So I think he can allow that. Otherwise, you are in a timer like, if I don't put pressure, my opponent will have more villagers than me. You can already see, even with 2,000 centers, like, Louis is behind villager count. Only 3. Handful of villagers. Jeanne returns to the battlefield. I know these are a lot of spearmen. You don't want to lose your knights against them. Gotta be careful not to lose the villagers heal. Nice reaction coming from Louis. And now a mass of archers are already here for Louis. Don't have any upgrade yet, only +1 range attack. Same for IAmMagic, they are very equal when it comes to the blacksmith upgrades. And looks like Louis is just gonna push here. Knights. Gonna connect with that, true good news. Gotta be careful not to lose the knights against the archers, and Divine Arrow managed to get 1 unit. That's some nice experience here, just a little bit. Now Louis getting those resources in the map. It's a very decent army. This was a really good engagement for Louis. I feel like IAmMagic just lost so many units in this engagement and just gave free speed to Louis. So that, you know, at this point, just stay in your base. You have your walls, you have your Barbican, you have your Song Dynasty. You're in a really good place. Don't go out because it's wild there. You want like, the best thing you can do is go Castle Age, get your Nest of Beasts, get those Palace Guards, all your nice upgrades, and looks like this wall is gonna get completed, guys. Archery Chinese is gonna be like, you know what, I'm actually not finishing this one. They don't pay me good enough. It looks like Louis will find another way. Managed to find another spot. It's like, actually, let's burn this part. You know, we don't want to fight against in the Barbican. At the same time, Louis aging up with the astronomical clock tower, again able to get those Nest of Beasts out. It's the right unit to deal with those massive archers here. And IAmMagic already reached the Castle Age. Gonna get a couple of knights out. Notice that those knights are actually better than the knights that have Louis at the moment, just because they are Castle Age knights. So they're gonna have a good time. I already have... Is Imperial official supervising this? I think he is, right? He is supervising this one. We don't see him. 14 seconds is really fast for a Lancer. I don't think he's not supervising. And at the same time, Louis aging up with the guild hall. We see these players going for this landmark a lot, and especially in Louis' case at this point in the game, makes a lot of sense, just because you want to get those resources and potentially go to Imperial Age. And also, you don't have as many knights as, you know, you're not in the Feudal War or anything. Just, you know, I only have 8 knights. Doesn't really make sense to go to the Royal Institute to get those upgrades. I'm just not gonna benefit from those. So he's playing a little bit safer here. And I get that guild hall. Beautiful French base. I love the colors of the French civilization, like a tint of purple here on the wood and everything. It's just so nice. And another stable here, probably gonna get consecrated. And upgrades already coming for Louis, getting those veterancy for the knights. And now, the lancers are already here. This is a really scary number of lancers. There's nothing that your archers can actually do here. Only plus 2 melee attack actually. That will mean that he can potentially 2-hit KO this ones. Actually, only three hits. Veterancy for the archers also coming for Louis. Plus 2 range defense coming for IAmMagic. It's gonna leave those lancers here just to get, you know, some raids going on. Louis is gonna react really fast. We gathering resources from those berries. Looks like the lancers will find them. Archers nowhere near them, but you don't really want to fight against those lancers. Textiles for Louis are already there, so he's gonna be safer for the moment. Veterancy for archers just came in when he was about to fight, and the knights connect with the lancers. Managed to take one down. John gets some experience at the same time. Meanwhile, more lancers coming here. IAmMagic just throwing lancers everywhere here. Chinese lancer, beautiful unit. You don't see them very often. Just because if you wanna raid, you can probably make the palace guards. Makes, you know, they're cheap, they do the job. You don't really need to invest in those lancers, but it's nice if you have them. I mean, they're a very expensive unit. So far, 5 villager kills for IAmMagic. Really good at the moment. John Dark. It's like still level 2 John Dark. There you go. Not being able to age up here. And now AOEIV actually on the making here. It's gonna get increase that melee armor for those crossbows. Now French has the best crossbow in the game, probably. I mean, look at that armor. Let's take a look when we see them. 6-7 melee armor. Like if that's not the best crossbow in the game, I don't know what it is. Like they're really tanky, and especially they can put this and they can, you know, increase their range attack and get plus 5 range armor. So play pretty much giga chats when it comes to the crossbow unit. Sally Louis wanted to gather some gold here. Monk is not gonna be able to find a relic. I already have one relic coming from IAmMagic, have one coming home. A couple of outposts here. Now Louis marching. Slow but steady. Gonna build a keep here. Actually, never mind. Let's build it a little bit up on the front. And looks like will be a clash. Crossbows actually dealing a lot of damage. Those units. Gotta be careful not to lose your knights against those spearmen. These knights do not have royal bloodlines yet, so he doesn't have access to this. And at the same time, John Dark level up to level 3 already. Crossbow is just gonna be the unit of the day today. IAmMagic loses a lot of lancers here, but still have plenty of lancers in the field. Truganus also on the mix. Not veterancy for those Truganus. They're just gonna be a joke at the moment. Freeze. Not gonna be able to grab that will. Meanwhile, John Dark, you know, dealing 17 damage each. Just gonna be in a really good spot. Now more walls coming here, especially stone walls. Things start to get quiet here. Let's take a look at IAmMagic base. As bot players very with a similar villager count, so are pretty much in the booming stage. You know, it's like more than 100 villagers. I got more than 100 villagers. We just start getting the map control as soon as possible. I keep already in the middle for IAmMagic. He's gonna be able to build it really fast, especially with those that many units as the Chinese. stone walls also coming here. Like, bot players is slow but steady building their walls, like to try to eat the map. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's like, you know, try to eat your opponent by denying those resources. And the best way is just to put a wall. Knight's gonna spot those villagers. Nest of Bees already here. And Magonel also there for the French, so he's gonna have a good tank against those crossbows. Actually, the Magonel will be able to try to get those villagers. And the villagers are just gonna be like, actually, I can macro well. Nest of Bees actually doing quite a decent damage against that Magonel, almost half HP. Keep attacking those horsemen. Looks like Louis is gonna go for a raid at the moment. You need a way to stop the Chinese from actually taking the map control. They build fast, you know, they have really good economy. I already see IAmMagic having a keep on the making just to deal with one of the keeps here. Another raid happening here. 3 horsemen. Lancer is gonna deal with that very easily. Let's talk about the gold. Still plenty of gold in the map. Obviously, this one in the middle is the big fat boy. It's already being taken by by IAmMagic. And no siege for Louis so far, only a Magonel. And this is where things get a little bit hard for Jeanne d'Arc, you know, just because your feudal age was basically the best age, and looks like the Nest of Peace will be able to take that down. Sprinkles also there for IAmMagic, so he's gonna take down that Magonel. That wasn't a really good thing for Louis. Second site's gotta be captured. IAmMagic also with 3 relics, Louis with 2. Looks like an outpost with emplacements here, just to deny this stone for the moment. Knights is gonna stop villagers from building the wall here. Another outpost here. The Chinese is slow but steady, eating his opponent. And Louis is stuck in his base, still with plenty of resources at the moment. Are you gonna take control of those resources? Meanwhile, we forgot about this guy. The guild hall has 2,000 resources of gold in the bank. Meaning, if he ages up, if he goes to Imperial, he's gonna get all the upgrades pretty much instantly. He has enough gold for that. A couple of sprinkles building for Louis too. Also a couple of Magonels. And there you go, the Red Palace is here to save the day. Another outpost here. Louis just being really annoying with this outpost. Have one here, this one's going down. But you can already tell by IAmMagic's vision, like he's already taking control of the map. So Louis needs a way to get out of here. Look at how many units he has, already 4 Magonels. IAmMagic will try to enter to the base there. Gotta be careful not to lose your Magonels against those sprinkles. Magonel's shot managed to hit the villagers. Villagers go back for the moment. Puts another tower there to get vision. And both players reaches the Imperial Age at the same time. Let's take a look at the landmark that IAmMagic made. It's gonna be the Great Wall Gatehouse, having a lot of control in the map. But you know, the Red Palace is not a see, you know, it's just another type of keep. So much damage, really. And also, all those town centers get the emplacements for the arbalest, so they are just really strong. Now, how can Louis get out when China has control in the map? I already see the horseman here. Again, actually, Louis is trying to trade here. Merchant guilds being generated, that's an upgrade I haven't seen in my life. Elite crossbow and regulatory triggers used to win big siege battles. Sprinkles. I'm gonna be able to connect with the trebuchet. Villagers just gonna repair that keep. At the same time, trade already up and running. Should be having to have plenty of trades soon enough. Bot players with a lot of villagers do not have a space to have too much military. Actually, this is the Jeanne's rider. It's not just it's not a horseman. It's the Jeanne's rider. Beautiful unit. Trebuchet gonna take down the red palace. Already halfway there. Villagers are going to repair it. Louis, keep massing those mangonels. I already have 4. It's gonna actually be, you know what? I'm actually gonna be only stable. Stable is the only thing I need now. Just raid. And you can already see Louis already take down 15 villagers. IAmMagic took down 19, which should be when he was in the Louis base. And the horseman will try to get there, manage to get a lot of damage from that keep. IAmMagic will continue to span his walls, trying to like choke his enemy, let him without any kind of oxygen, like you're gonna say your base. But what he doesn't know, and he doesn't have the information yet because he's not in the base rating, is that his opponent is trading. And probably the French, one of the best civilizations for trade too, just because they can choose which resource they want. Horseman, take down the Nest of Beast. Nest of Beast went down here. IAmMagic loses a really important part of his siege. At the same time, the Red Palace went down, but not enough military units for IAmMagic. He's not actually thinking about trading. Yes, he is. I already have the trade up and running. Now, how do you push this? I'm genuinely curious because this is the situation where it's like, it's really tricky. If you have played this game, you know how hard it is for you to actually how to deal with the situations in the Imperial Age. Where do you attack? Where do you flank? How do you go out? How you get your resources? And obviously bot players have a really solid economy, so they're not gonna run out of resources anytime soon. Trade already going. All of them actually taking only gold, so no food for the moment. What's this upgrade? 1 gold every 6 seconds actually. It's gonna have a actually 3,000 gold. That's a lot. Mangonel is slow but steady, will take down the wall, and the wall goes down. At the same time, another wall here from IAmMagic just to make sure the whole map is walled. Only one place of entry and is under this keep. Mangonel does a decent damage here. Jeanne d'Arc is basically, you know, it's not as strong anymore. You really need Jeanne d'Arc level 4 here to actually make a difference. Albert will deal with those spearmen. IAmMagic having a lot of food income, a lot of gold. His food income is skyrocketing. How many villagers you have here? 61 villagers on food. Meanwhile, Louis only with 30 something villagers. And you already see the scary unit that everyone is afraid of when you play against the French is the elite Royal Knights. These guys have almost 400 HP. Incendiary arrows already go there. Jeanne d'Arc already is the Jeanne d'Arc markswoman. Actually, hand cannon, plus 200 plus building, and looks like Louis may have a chance to actually push into the IAmMagic space. IAmMagic already finished this wall. he only has 1 point of entry. Is Louis thinking about taking down this wall? As well as Magic. Magic can also think, you know what? I can go here, raid my opponent, because otherwise the fight's just gonna take forever. Another Mangonel here. Now, if there's a resource that you're gonna miss, it's wood. Now, you still have plenty of wood here, but here's about to run. He's also run here. Here's not that much wood. So, Siege is gonna be really valuable on endgame. Good thing about the French is that they can actually trade for wood. So essentially, if you want wood, you can just put a few of your traders to actually gather wood for you. Red Palace goes down once again. Trebuchets. Already 3 of them will push slow but steady. You need to take down that town center. That's not a... Yeah, look at the damage of the town center. Takes down... It takes down the hand cannoneer, actually. Look at how fast it attacks. And Trebuchets. It's gonna take down that town center. Mangonel still alive and going. Elite Knights not really in a big number. Hand Cannoneers just gonna do a really good job against those. And looks like the keep will go down. A couple of rams are in the mix. I say a couple, it's actually 5 of them. Actually, Jeanne d'Arc, you know, the ranged version actually does some really decent damage. Mangonel just dealing with a lot of those hand cannoneers. And Mangonel's still alive. IAmMagic building those sprinkles. Let's take a look at his base. Beautiful farm transition. Let's take a look at his production buildings. 11 barracks, 8 archers, 3 stables. Not bad. Let's take a look at Louis. 9 stables, 11 range, and 4 siege workshops. So it's gonna be very heavy on cavalry here. Chemistry also going for Louis. And look at those Mangonels are just being so annoying. Villagers are just gonna be able to take down the Mangonel, but the horsemen already arrived, gonna take down those villagers. Rams keep pushing here. Hand cannoneers dealing some damage here, but Louis' number still very good and steady. Equal army value for both players, but Louis managed to get into IAmMagic's base, and now he's building a keep here just to securing the goal here. And the trade looks like it have a start. Yeah, it does have a start. 30 traders already going out for IAmMagic. It's just gonna be just a lot of hand cannoneers, a lot of spearmen. That's gonna be his choice. And now the raid starts. Some horsemen on the field. Actually, is this a James Rider? No, it's just elite horseman. Kind of, yeah, gonna be. You don't want to lose this one. And now a keep is here, and now remember the keep has that arbalest emplacements that comes from the red keep. Red keep, you know what? I don't need you anymore. Come, 3 villagers just building the stats. Basically, they will overtime this time. Horseman. Try to find some value here. But now it looks like the tables have turned. And now it's Louis is pushing into IAmMagic's base. At the same time, IAmMagic getting that Imperial Palace. He's gonna get a heart attack when he knows his opponent is also trading. But I suspect he also he knows he's trading, you know. Obviously he knows. Horseman still there. It's gonna be more elite knights. Elite knights are basically, you know, if you have a lot of them, it's just really hard to stop. So I think the winning condition for Louis is just to get those elite knights. As far as IAmMagic, how do you do with those elite knights? Like, spearmen are just, yeah, they're good, but, you know, elite royal knights are just made differently. Great Wall Gatehouse, just, actually, you know what, we don't go there. Defensive keep coming from IAmMagic, just to make sure your opponent doesn't go here. Look at this farm transition, beautiful. Well, revolt the queen. Also for Louis. The right unit to deal with those infantry units. A couple of spray guard are already there for IAmMagic, but I feel he really needs much more than that. Fire Lancers are ready for IAmMagic. If there's something, a way to get out of this game, probably IAmMagic is thinking about going for mass Fire Lancers. Does he have the stables? Let's take a look. Only 3 stables, he needs much more than that. Another deadly push. Now this is a push that if I see it, I already surrender. Like, look at the Royal Knights and the Rams already here. Another keep coming. And let's take a look at the guild hall. It's actually generating gold. Look how much resources you have there. And he haven't even taken down. Take them out. It's like 9,000 resources that you don't even care. Magonel still doing damage. Rams gonna push into that keep. A lot of villagers going down for Louis. Jeanne actually doing God's war here. It looks like IAmMagic is gonna lose this position. The keep will go up, and not any keep. This one has the emplacement arbalest. At the same time, raids happening everywhere. Raids here, raids there, raids here again. Or the big boy already come. The revolt the queen. Now this is a guy you don't want to mess with. This has really low range, but have 12 burst attack. It will melt any kind of unit. And now looks like Louis will push safety into IAmMagic's base. And just with a combination of Horseman and Elite Knights managed to get push here. At the same time, Magic dealing with those harassment. Losing a lot of villagers. And Louis keep pushing. He can potentially sell some resources with another keep here. It's gonna be the tower. Let's take a look at IAmMagic's vision. They have plenty of vision. Let's take a look at Louis. This basically is like, that's the only choke point. That's how it's gonna be. What's this plus 10 range attack? Like, can you buff Magonels with Jeanne d'Arc? That's a new one for me. Looks like the Magonels will go down. You don't want to lose those Magonels. Barbican went down. Fire Lancers are already on the making, but I don't know where. And production is gonna be taken down, and IAmMagic taps out Louis, showing an incredible performance in the Elite Classic. Go check EGC TV this weekend. I'll see you in the next one.